Ancestral Wealth Prayer, written and published by Audiobooks. Deep within the ancestral traditions of cultures worldwide lies a profound truth that has been obscured by time: the existence of a sacred prayer capable of awakening dormant wealth patterns within family lineages. This ancient practice, passed down through generations in whispered tones and sacred ceremonies, holds the power to reconnect modern seekers with their ancestors' prosperity consciousness. Lesson 1. The forgotten prayer that activates your family's wealth lineage. The origins of this wealth activation prayer can be traced back to various indigenous societies where the connection between spiritual practice and material abundance was inherently understood. These cultures recognized that wealth wasn't merely about accumulating material possessions, but about maintaining a harmonious flow of resources through generations. They knew that every family line carried within it the seeds of prosperity, waiting to be awakened through sacred communication with those who came before. This forgotten prayer operates on the principle that wealth consciousness is encoded in our very DNA, passed down through our ancestral lineage like any other inherited trait. When we activate this dormant potential through specific sacred words and intentions, we tap into a vast network of generational wisdom and abundance that has been accumulating throughout our family's history. The activation process begins with understanding that our ancestors' experiences with wealth, both positive and challenging, have created patterns that influence our present-day relationship with abundance. These patterns exist in what many traditions call the ancestral field, a dimension of consciousness where the wisdom and experiences of our forebears continue to resonate and influence current generations. The power of this prayer lies not just in its words, but in its ability to create a bridge between past and present, allowing the wealth wisdom of our ancestors to flow into our current reality. This bridge, once established, becomes a channel through which financial blessings, opportunities, and abundance can naturally flow. It's like opening a door that has remained closed for generations, allowing the accumulated prosperity potential of your lineage to finally express itself in your life. What makes this prayer particularly potent is its focus on activation, rather than mere petition. Unlike modern prayers that often focus on asking for specific outcomes, this ancient practice works by awakening what already exists within your family line. It's not about requesting wealth from an external source, but about activating the inherent abundance that is your birthright through your ancestral connection. The prayer's structure incorporates elements that acknowledge both the visible and invisible aspects of wealth creation. It recognizes that true prosperity emerges from a complex interplay of spiritual alignment, ancestral blessing, and personal action. By engaging with this prayer, you're not just speaking words, you're participating in a sacred tradition that has helped families maintain and grow their prosperity for countless generations. Understanding the activation aspect of this prayer requires a shift in perspective about what wealth truly is. In the ancient wisdom traditions, wealth was seen as a form of energy that could be cultivated, stored, and transmitted across generations. This prayer helps to clear the channels through which this wealth energy flows, removing blockages that may have accumulated over time and restoring the natural flow of abundance in your family line. To begin working with this forgotten prayer is to embark on a journey of reconnection with your ancestors, with ancient wisdom, and with the true nature of wealth itself. As you prepare to learn and engage with this sacred practice, remember that you're not just reciting words, but participating in a timeless tradition of maintaining and growing family prosperity through spiritual connection and conscious intention. This chapter sets the foundation for understanding how this ancient prayer can serve as a key to unlocking your family's wealth potential. As we delve deeper into the specific practices and principles in subsequent chapters, you'll discover how to properly engage with this powerful tool for activating your family's wealth, lineage, and creating lasting prosperity for generations to come. Lesson 2. How to connect with ancestral financial blessings through prayer. Connecting with ancestral financial blessings through prayer requires more than merely reciting words. It demands creating an environment and mindset conducive to spiritual communion. The process begins with understanding that our ancestors' wisdom and support are ever present, waiting to be accessed through intentional practice and devotion. The first step in establishing this sacred connection is preparing your physical space. Select a quiet area in your home where you won't be disturbed. This space should be clean and free from clutter, as physical disorder can create energetic obstacles to clear communication with your ancestors. Many practitioners find that the early morning hours, particularly before sunrise, offer the most potent environment for ancestral connection. Before beginning your prayer practice, engage in a purification ritual. This might involve burning sacred herbs like sage, palo santo, or frankincense to cleanse the energy field. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing each exhale to release any tension or skepticism that might hinder your connection. Ground yourself by placing your bare feet on the earth if possible, or simply visualizing roots extending from your feet into the core of the earth. When approaching ancestral financial prayers, your attitude and intention are paramount. Enter into the practice with genuine respect and humility. Your ancestors aren't mere wish-granting entities. They are wise guides who can help align you with abundance that already exists within your lineage. Approach them as you would respected elders, with reverence and openness to their guidance. The prayer itself should begin with an acknowledgement of your lineage. Speak the names of ancestors you know, and acknowledge those whose names have been lost to time. Include gratitude for their sacrifices, wisdom, and the foundation they built for future generations. This recognition creates a bridge between worlds and demonstrates your awareness of the continuous flow of abundance through family lines. Physical offerings enhance the power of your prayers. Traditional items might include fresh water, white candles, coins from significant years in your family history, or foods that were meaningful to your ancestors. These offerings create a tangible connection and show your willingness to give before receiving. The exchange of energy is crucial in ancestral work. As you give, you create space to receive. When speaking your prayer for financial blessings, be specific about your intentions while remaining open to how these blessings may manifest. Your ancestors may guide you toward opportunities, insights, or connections rather than direct financial windfalls. Trust in their wisdom to provide assistance in the most beneficial way for your growth and prosperity. Maintain consistency in your practice. Ancestral connection strengthens over time. Like any relationship, set aside regular times for prayer and communion, whether daily, weekly, or aligned with specific moon phases or cultural celebrations. This dedication demonstrates your commitment and helps establish a reliable channel of communication. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities that follow your prayers. These might appear as recurring numbers, unexpected opportunities, or dreams featuring family members. Your ancestors often communicate through subtle means, and recognizing these messages strengthens your connection and builds confidence in the practice. Ancestral financial blessings often extend beyond monetary gain. True wealth encompasses wisdom, relationships, skills, and opportunities. Your ancestors may guide you toward developing talents that have run through your family line or help you recognize and heal patterns that have blocked abundance for generations. As you develop your prayer practice, remain patient and persistent. The relationship with your ancestors and manifestation of financial blessings is a gradual unfolding rather than an immediate transformation. Trust in the process, maintain your devotional practice, and remain open to the various ways abundance may flow into your life through this sacred connection. Lesson 3. The ancient words that unlock generational abundance. The sacred words passed down through generations carry immense power when spoken with proper intention and understanding. These ancient phrases, carefully preserved and protected by our ancestors, serve as keys to unlock the abundant flow of wealth that exists within our familial lineage. Each syllable contains layers of meaning that resonate with the spiritual realm and activate dormant potential within our genetic memory. The ancestral wealth prayer consists of 3 primary components, each serving a distinct purpose in the manifestation process. The opening invocation establishes a direct connection with our ancestral guides, acknowledging their presence and wisdom. This initial greeting must be spoken with reverence and clarity, as it sets the energetic foundation for what follows. The traditional words, when translated, express deep gratitude and humility while declaring our readiness to receive their guidance. The central portion of the prayer contains the transformative phrases that catalyze the shift in our financial reality. These words, often maintained in their original language to preserve their vibrational integrity, speak directly to the universal laws of abundance. They acknowledge the eternal flow of wealth through our bloodline and our rightful place within that stream. When pronounced correctly, these phrases create a resonance that aligns our current circumstances with the prosperity encoded in our ancestral DNA. The power of these words lies not just in their meaning, but in their sound vibration. Each syllable must be articulated with precision, allowing the energy to build and circulate properly. The ancient ones understood that certain sound combinations could alter the fabric of reality, opening pathways between the spiritual and material worlds. This is why proper pronunciation is crucial. It's not merely about speaking words, but about creating specific vibrational patterns that interface with the quantum field of possibility. Intention plays an equally vital role in activating these sacred phrases. As you speak each word, your consciousness must be fully aligned with its purpose. Visualize the energy of abundance flowing through your ancestral line, connecting past, present, and future generations in a golden thread of prosperity. Feel the weight and wisdom of each word as it forms in your mouth, understanding that you are participating in a tradition that transcends time. The closing sequence of the prayer serves to seal the energetic work and express gratitude for the blessings already in motion. These final phrases acknowledge the completion of the sacred transaction and affirm our trust in the process. They also create a protective barrier that ensures the manifested abundance flows purely and purposefully, benefiting not just ourselves, but our entire lineage. When working with these ancient words, it's essential to maintain a state of reverent awareness. The prayer should never be rushed or treated casually. Each recitation is a sacred act that builds upon previous invocations, strengthening the bridge between our physical reality and the abundant spiritual realm of our ancestors. Take time to feel the energy gathering as you speak, noting any sensations or insights that arise. The traditional prayer may be enhanced by personal additions that reflect your specific lineage and circumstances, but the core phrases should remain intact. These words have been tested and refined through countless generations, their power proven through the manifestation of wealth in the lives of those who use them faithfully. They represent a direct link to the accumulated wisdom and resources of your ancestral line. Through consistent and conscious use of these sacred words, you gradually activate deeper levels of abundance consciousness within yourself and your family line. The ancient phrases serve as keys that unlock not just material wealth, but the wisdom to steward it properly and the awareness to share it meaningfully. This is the true purpose of the ancestral wealth prayer, to restore the natural flow of abundance that is our birthright and to ensure its continuation for generations to come. Lesson 4. Why acknowledging your ancestors creates powerful wealth flow. The relationship between ancestral acknowledgement and wealth flow operates on both spiritual and energetic levels. When we take time to recognize and honor those who came before us, we activate a profound connection that can influence our material abundance. This connection isn't merely symbolic. It represents a genuine energetic exchange that has been recognized across cultures and traditions for millennia. Your ancestors carried wisdom, resources, and experiences that directly contributed to your present existence. Their trials, triumphs, and accumulated knowledge form an invisible but potent reservoir of potential that can be tapped through conscious acknowledgement. Think of this acknowledgement as opening a channel through which their accumulated blessings can flow into your life. The spiritual economics of gratitude plays a crucial role in this dynamic. When you express genuine appreciation for your ancestors' sacrifices and contributions, You create a resonant frequency that attracts similar energy. This gratitude acts like a magnetic force, drawing forth the dormant potential of your lineage's wealth consciousness. Your ancestors' successful ventures, their resourcefulness during challenging times, and their ability to create and maintain wealth all exist within your genetic memory. Building a relationship with your ancestors through acknowledgement requires consistency and sincerity. This isn't about performing empty rituals or making shallow declarations. Instead, it involves developing a deep, heartfelt connection with your lineage. Start by speaking their names with reverence, sharing stories about their lives, and maintaining physical representations of their memory in your living space. This consistent acknowledgement strengthens the energetic bridge between their realm and yours. The flow of wealth through ancestral acknowledgement often manifests in unexpected ways. You might suddenly receive inspired ideas for business ventures, encounter fortuitous opportunities, or find yourself making wiser financial decisions. These are signs that your ancestors are actively participating in your prosperity journey. They may guide you through intuitive nudges, dreams, or seemingly coincidental events that lead to financial advancement. Your ancestors' influence can also help clear obstacles that have been blocking your wealth flow. Many people carry unconscious limiting beliefs about money that originated in their family line. By acknowledging and honoring your ancestors, you create an opportunity for healing these generational patterns. This healing allows for a more robust and sustainable flow of abundance. The power of ancestral acknowledgement extends beyond individual prosperity. When you engage in this practice, you're not just enhancing your own financial well-being, you're contributing to the collective wealth consciousness of your entire lineage. This creates a reciprocal flow of blessing that can benefit future generations of your family line. Physical demonstrations of acknowledgement can amplify this wealth flow. Consider creating a dedicated space where you can connect with your ancestors daily. This might include photographs, meaningful objects, or symbols of prosperity that were significant to your family line. Regular interaction with this space reinforces your commitment to maintaining the ancestral connection and keeps the channels of abundance open. The timing of your acknowledgement practices can also influence their effectiveness. Many traditional cultures recognize specific days or seasons as particularly powerful for ancestral communication. While daily acknowledgement is valuable, these special times can provide enhanced opportunities for strengthening your connection to your lineage's wealth consciousness. Pay attention to the subtle ways your ancestors may be responding to your acknowledgement. You might notice increased synchronicities, recurring numbers associated with abundance, or a general sense of being supported and guided in your financial decisions. These signs confirm that your ancestors are actively participating in your prosperity journey, and that your acknowledgement practices are creating the intended effect of increasing wealth flow. Ancestral acknowledgement is not a one-time event, but an ongoing relationship that deepens with time and attention. As you continue to honor your lineage, you'll likely discover that the flow of wealth becomes more natural and sustained, creating a legacy of abundance that can benefit generations to come. Lesson 5. I recited this ancestral prayer for 7 days. Transformation results. My journey with the ancestral wealth prayer began on a quiet Sunday evening as the sun was setting. I had prepared my sacred space, cleared my mind, and committed to a 7-day prayer practice that would ultimately transform my relationship with both my ancestors and financial abundance. On the first day, I noticed a subtle shift in my energy after reciting the prayer. There was a warmth in my chest, like a gentle embrace from unseen hands. While no immediate financial changes occurred, I felt an unprecedented sense of peace about my monetary situation. That night, I dreamed of my grandmother, who had always been skilled at managing family resources. The second day brought an unexpected phone call from a former client who wanted to restart our work together. This represented a small but meaningful increase in my income stream. During the prayer that evening, I felt a stronger connection to my ancestral line, as if invisible threads were being strengthened between us. By the third day, I began experiencing surprising synchronicities. I found myself having conversations about wealth and abundance with strangers, and opportunities seemed to present themselves more frequently. The prayer felt more natural on my tongue, and I could sense a building momentum in my practice. The fourth day marked a significant shift in my consciousness around money. I discovered old limiting beliefs dissolving as I connected with the wisdom of my ancestors. A forgotten investment from years ago suddenly yielded returns, and I received an unexpected refund from a previous transaction. The timing felt too perfect to be coincidental. On the fifth day, I experienced a profound emotional release during the prayer. Tears flowed as I felt generations of financial struggle and scarcity consciousness being acknowledged and healed. That afternoon, I was offered a leadership position that would significantly increase my earning potential. The sixth day brought a sense of elevated clarity about my financial direction. Ideas for wealth creation flowed effortlessly, and I found myself making decisions with greater confidence. My ancestors' presence felt palpable, guiding my choices with their accumulated wisdom. A family member reached out to share a profitable business opportunity that aligned perfectly with my skills. On the final day, I sat in deep gratitude for the transformative journey. The most remarkable change wasn't in my external circumstances, though those had certainly improved. The real transformation was in my relationship with wealth itself. I no longer felt alone in my financial journey, but supported by a vast lineage of ancestors who wanted to see me prosper. Throughout the week, I documented subtle changes in my environment. The coins I found on my daily walks increased in denomination. Bills that I had forgotten about were suddenly paid. Business connections reached out with collaborative proposals. My credit score mysteriously improved by several points without any action on my part. What struck me most was how the energy of wealth began flowing not just to me, but through me to others. I felt moved to share resources, knowledge, and opportunities with those around me. This seemed to amplify the abundance, creating a circular flow that benefited my entire community. The physical manifestations of wealth were undeniable, but the spiritual wealth I gained was even more valuable. My understanding of abundance expanded beyond mere monetary concerns to encompass the rich heritage of my ancestral line. I developed an unshakable knowing that I was supported by generations of providers, builders, and survivors who had paved the way for my success. This 7-day journey proved that the ancestral wealth prayer is not just words but a living bridge between past and present, scarcity and abundance, limitation and possibility. The transformation continues to unfold, revealing new layers of blessing with each passing day. The prayer has become a cherished part of my daily practice, a sacred key that unlocks the infinite potential of my lineage's wealth consciousness. Lesson 6. How to properly honor your lineage for financial breakthroughs. The sacred practice of honoring your lineage creates a powerful bridge between the material and spiritual realms, opening pathways for financial abundance to flow through generations. Creating an ancestral altar serves as the cornerstone of this practice, establishing a dedicated space where you can commune with your ancestors and cultivate a deeper connection to their wisdom and blessings. Your ancestral altar should be placed in a quiet, respected area of your home, preferably facing east to align with the rising sun's energy. Begin by covering a table or shelf with a clean white cloth, symbolizing purity and new beginnings. The altar should include photographs or representations of your ancestors, starting with those you knew personally and extending to those whose names have been passed down through family stories. Water holds particular significance in ancestral communication, so place a clear glass of fresh water on your altar, changing it daily. This water acts as a conductor of energy and serves as a refreshing offering to your ancestors. White candles represent spiritual light and guidance, while also helping to illuminate the path between worlds. When lighting these candles, do so with intention and respect, acknowledging the presence of your ancestors. Traditional offerings play a vital role in maintaining the sacred connection. Consider placing small portions of your ancestors' favorite foods, beverages, or items that held special meaning to them during their earthly existence. These offerings demonstrate your commitment to remembering and honoring their legacy. Some practitioners include coins or currency on their altars to specifically invite financial blessings, but remember that the energy behind the offering matters more than its monetary value. Maintaining the altar requires regular attention and care. Dust the space frequently, replace wilted flowers, and refresh water daily. This physical maintenance mirrors the spiritual maintenance of your ancestral relationships. Speak to your ancestors at the altar, sharing your financial goals, challenges, and gratitude for their guidance. The act of regular communication strengthens the energetic bonds between you and your lineage. Traditional practices suggest tending to your altar during the early morning hours, particularly before sunrise, when the veil between worlds is thought to be thinnest. However, consistency matters more than timing. Establish a regular practice that fits your schedule and lifestyle. Some choose to visit their altar daily, while others maintain a weekly ritual. The key is establishing a rhythm that allows for meaningful connection. Beyond physical offerings, consider incorporating acts of service that honor your ancestors' values and dreams. Perhaps they were unable to pursue certain opportunities during their lifetime. Your success in these areas can serve as a living tribute to their sacrifices. Document family stories, preserve traditions, and share these legacies with younger generations. This active remembrance creates a powerful current of prosperity that flows through time. Financial breakthroughs often occur when we align our actions with ancestral wisdom, while remaining open to modern opportunities. Your altar serves as a physical reminder of this balance, bridging past and present. As you develop your practice, pay attention to signs, dreams, and synchronicities that may contain messages or guidance from your ancestors regarding financial matters. The practice of honoring your lineage extends beyond the altar space. Carry the energy of ancestral connection with you throughout your daily activities. Before making important financial decisions, take a moment to connect with your ancestral wisdom. This might involve touching a piece of jewelry that belonged to a family member, speaking their name, or simply holding them in your thoughts. Building and maintaining these sacred connections requires patience and dedication. Financial breakthroughs may come gradually or suddenly, but they often arrive in unexpected ways. Trust in the process, maintain your practices with sincerity, and remain open to the guidance and blessings that flow through your ancestral lineage. Your consistent devotion to honoring your ancestors creates an unshakable foundation for lasting prosperity. Lesson 7. The surprising origin of the generational wealth prayer. The ancestral wealth prayer's origins trace back far deeper into history than most practitioners realize, with roots extending into ancient civilizations that understood the profound connection between spiritual practice and material abundance. This powerful invocation, which has transformed countless lives through generations, emerged from a fascinating convergence of multiple cultural traditions. The earliest documented version of the wealth prayer appeared in ancient Mesopotamian texts, where priests of the temple of Inanna would recite specific verses to invoke prosperity for their communities. These initial prayers focused on the concept of abundance as a divine birthright, passed down through bloodlines and family connections. The practitioners believed that wealth was not merely material, but represented a sacred flow of energy that could be enhanced through proper spiritual alignment with one's ancestors. As trade routes expanded and cultures intermingled, this fundamental prayer concept spread across various civilizations, each adding its unique elements and understanding. In ancient Egypt, similar prayers were incorporated into rituals performed during the annual flooding of the Nile, linking ancestral blessings with the natural cycles of abundance. The Egyptian priests believed that by honoring their ancestors during these ceremonies, they could ensure prosperity for future generations. The prayer underwent a significant transformation during the Silk Road era, where merchants from different cultures exchanged not only goods, but also spiritual practices. Buddhist traders introduced concepts of karma and intentional manifestation, while Persian mystics contributed elements of divine timing and celestial alignment. This cross-cultural pollination enriched the prayer's power and scope, creating a more universal approach to ancestral wealth activation. Perhaps most surprisingly, anthropologists have discovered similar wealth prayer patterns in indigenous cultures across continents, suggesting a universal human understanding of the connection between ancestral honor and material prosperity. Native American tribes, for instance, maintained elaborate prayer ceremonies that linked family lineage to material abundance, while African traditional societies developed sophisticated rituals for maintaining wealth through generational lines. The prayer's journey through medieval times reveals another fascinating layer of development. During this period, esoteric scholars in Europe began documenting and studying various forms of the wealth prayer, noting its effectiveness when combined with specific astronomical alignments. These scholars observed that the prayer's power seemed to intensify during certain lunar phases and celestial events, leading to the integration of astrological timing into the practice. The modern form of the ancestral wealth prayer emerged during the late 19th century, when spiritual practitioners began synthesizing these various traditional elements into a more accessible format. This adaptation maintained the prayer's core power while making it more relevant to contemporary life. The prayer's effectiveness remained strong, as evidenced by numerous documented cases of financial transformation among its practitioners. One of the most intriguing aspects of the prayer's history is how it has consistently emphasized the importance of collective prosperity over individual gain. Ancient texts reveal that the prayer was always intended to benefit not just the practitioner, but their entire lineage, both past and future generations. This focus on communal wealth building has remained a central theme throughout its evolution. Recent archaeological discoveries continue to uncover new information about the prayer's origins, including ancient scrolls and artifacts that contain variations of the invocation. These findings suggest that the prayer's power lies not just in its words, but in the accumulated energy of countless generations who have used it to manifest abundance for their families. Understanding the rich history and diverse cultural influences behind the ancestral wealth prayer adds depth to its practice. This knowledge helps practitioners connect more deeply with the prayer's essence, knowing they are participating in a tradition that has helped families build and maintain prosperity for thousands of years. The prayer's surprising origin story reminds us that true wealth creation has always been a spiritual practice, one that honors the connection between past, present, and future generations. Lesson 8. Why timing matters when reciting the ancestral money prayer. The ancient wisdom of ancestral prayer recognizes that timing plays a crucial role in the effectiveness of spiritual practices. Just as nature operates in cycles, our connection to ancestral wealth follows specific rhythms and patterns that can enhance or diminish the power of our prayers. Traditional cultures have long understood that certain times of the day, month, and year hold special significance for spiritual work. The early morning hours, particularly between 4 am and 6 am, are considered especially powerful for ancestral money prayers. During these hours, the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is believed to be thinnest, allowing for clearer communication with our ancestors. This time is known as the hour of miracles in many traditions, when the energy of abundance flows most freely. The phases of the moon also influence the potency of ancestral money prayers. The waxing moon period from new moon to full moon represents growth and increase, making it an ideal time for prayers focused on attracting wealth and abundance. The full moon itself amplifies spiritual energy, while the new moon marks perfect timing for setting new financial intentions and beginning wealth-building practices. Certain days of the week carry specific energetic signatures that align with financial matters. Thursday, ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance, is particularly favorable for ancestral money prayers. Sunday, associated with success and vitality, also provides an excellent opportunity for connecting with ancestral wealth consciousness. The timing of ancestral money prayers should also consider personal ancestral patterns. Many families have specific dates that hold significance. The birthdays of powerful ancestors, dates of important family achievements, or traditional cultural celebrations. These dates often carry enhanced energy for connecting with ancestral wealth blessings. Seasonal transitions mark powerful times for ancestral money work. The equinoxes and solstices, representing natural turning points in the year, offer opportunities for deepening our ancestral connections and setting new financial trajectories. Many traditional cultures celebrate these times with specific wealth-building rituals and prayers. Understanding your personal biorhythms can further enhance the effectiveness of ancestral money prayers. Pay attention to when you naturally feel most energetic and spiritually connected. These periods often indicate optimal times for engaging in spiritual practices, including ancestral wealth work. The concept of sacred timing extends beyond calendar dates and clock hours. It includes being attuned to spiritual signs and synchronicities that indicate favorable moments for prayer. These might manifest as recurring numbers, meaningful dreams, or spontaneous thoughts of ancestors, all suggesting opportune times for connecting with ancestral wealth consciousness. Creating a consistent prayer schedule helps establish a strong foundation for ancestral wealth work. While spontaneous prayers are valuable, regular timing creates a rhythm that ancestors can recognize and respond to. This consistency demonstrates commitment and respect for the ancestral relationship, which can lead to more powerful manifestations of abundance. However, it's essential to remember that urgent situations may require immediate prayer, regardless of traditional timing considerations. The ancestors understand human needs and respond to sincere calls for assistance at any time. The key is to maintain awareness of optimal timing while remaining flexible enough to engage in prayer when circumstances demand it. Developing sensitivity to spiritual timing comes through practice and observation. Keep a journal of when you pray and the results you experience. Over time, patterns will emerge, revealing your personal optimal times for ancestral money prayer. This understanding allows you to maximize the effectiveness of your spiritual practice and create stronger connections with your wealth-bearing ancestors. Lesson 9. How to clear family money blocks through sacred prayer. Money blocks can run deep within family lineages, passing from generation to generation like invisible chains that bind our financial potential. These energetic imprints often manifest as recurring financial struggles, self-sabotaging behaviors, or deeply ingrained limiting beliefs about wealth. Through sacred prayer and intentional spiritual work, we can identify, address, and clear these ancestral money blocks. The first step in clearing family money blocks is developing awareness of inherited patterns. Take time to reflect on your family's relationship with money across generations. Perhaps your grandparents lived through economic hardship that created a scarcity mindset, or your parents held beliefs that wealthy people were inherently unethical. These experiences and beliefs become encoded in our family's energetic field, influencing our own financial reality. Through sacred prayer, we can begin the healing process by acknowledging these patterns with compassion and understanding. Create a quiet, sacred space and light a white candle to represent purification and new beginnings. Begin your prayer by calling upon your ancestors with love and respect, acknowledging their experiences and the wisdom they've gained through their financial challenges. The prayer for clearing money blocks should focus on 3 key elements: recognition, release, and renewal. Start by clearly stating the pattern you've identified. I recognize the financial fears and limitations that have been carried through my bloodline. Then, express your intention to release these patterns. With love and gratitude, I now release all inherited beliefs, behaviors, and energetic imprints that no longer serve our highest good. When addressing generational financial trauma, it's essential to approach the prayer work with gentleness and patience. Some money blocks may be deeply intertwined with survival mechanisms or cultural identities. Speak words of healing, not just for yourself, but for your entire lineage. I pray for the healing of all financial wounds carried in my family line, transforming pain into wisdom and lack into abundance. As you work with this prayer, you may experience emotional releases or sudden insights about your family's relationship with money. These are signs that the clearing process is working. Pay attention to dreams, synchronicities, or memories that surface during this time, as they often contain important messages about the patterns being cleared. Physical action can amplify the power of your prayers. Consider creating a symbolic ritual of release, such as writing down identified money blocks on paper and safely burning them while reciting your prayer. This tangible representation of letting go helps bridge the spiritual and material realms. The clearing process also involves installing new, empowering beliefs about wealth. After releasing old patterns, fill that energetic space with positive affirmations and prayers for abundance. I open myself to receive the natural flow of wealth that is my divine birthright. Through me, a new legacy of prosperity flows for all generations of my family line. Clearing deep-seated money blocks is often a gradual process. Some patterns may require repeated prayer work over time. Trust in the timing of your healing journey and remain consistent in your practice. As you continue this sacred work, you may notice subtle shifts in your financial reality, new opportunities arising, old fears dissolving, or a greater sense of ease around money matters. This clearing work not only benefits you, but creates ripple effects throughout your family system. As you heal these patterns through prayer, you help lift the financial burden for future generations. Your conscious effort to transform these blocks becomes a gift to your entire lineage, breaking cycles of lack and establishing new foundations for lasting wealth and abundance. Through dedicated prayer work and spiritual cleansing, family money blocks can be identified, healed, and transformed. This sacred process opens new channels for wealth to flow freely through your lineage, allowing you to create a fresh financial legacy built on wholeness, wisdom, and prosperity. Lesson 10. The Lineage Connection. How ancestors can influence your finances. The relationship between our ancestors and our financial well-being runs deeper than most people realize. Our ancestors form an intricate web of energy that continues to influence our lives long after they have departed from the physical realm. This connection, when properly understood and nurtured, can become a powerful catalyst for financial abundance and generational wealth. Our ancestors carry within their spiritual DNA the accumulated wisdom, experiences, and lessons learned throughout their lifetimes. This includes their relationship with money, wealth, and abundance. When we open ourselves to receive their guidance, we tap into this vast reservoir of knowledge and energy that can help shape our financial destiny. The influence of ancestors on our finances manifests in various ways. Some people report receiving intuitive insights about investment opportunities or business decisions after connecting with their ancestral lineage. Others experience unexpected financial windfalls or opportunities that seem to appear precisely when needed. These are not mere coincidences, but rather the result of aligned ancestral energy working in our favor. Signs and symbols from our ancestors often appear in dreams, meditation, or everyday life. These messages might come as recurring numbers, animals, or objects that hold special significance in your family's history. Pay attention to these signs, as they often contain guidance about financial decisions or warnings about potential pitfalls. Your ancestors may use these symbols to steer you toward profitable opportunities or away from risky ventures. The ancestral influence on finances also extends to our inherited beliefs and patterns around money. Some families carry prosperous money mindsets passed down through generations, while others struggle with limiting beliefs that create financial obstacles. By working with your ancestors through prayer and ritual, you can amplify the positive patterns and transform the challenging ones. Maintaining a strong connection with your ancestral lineage requires consistent attention and care. Regular communication through prayer, meditation, and offerings keeps the channels of abundance open. Think of this relationship as a garden that needs regular tending to produce abundant fruit. The more you invest in nurturing this connection, the stronger the flow of financial blessings becomes. Your ancestors can also help you identify and unlock your unique gifts and talents that lead to financial prosperity. Many people discover that their most profitable ventures align with skills or interests that run in their family line. This is because certain abilities and proclivities are passed down through generations, waiting to be activated and expressed in new ways. The ancestral influence on finances operates on both practical and spiritual levels. While your ancestors might guide you toward specific opportunities, they also work on energetic levels to clear obstacles and create favorable conditions for wealth accumulation. This dual approach creates a comprehensive support system for building and maintaining financial abundance. To maximize the financial benefits of your ancestral connection, remain open to receiving guidance in unexpected ways. Sometimes the path to wealth may not look like what you initially imagined. Trust that your ancestors have a broader perspective and can see opportunities that might not be immediately apparent to you. Your ancestors have a vested interest in your financial success. As part of their lineage, your prosperity contributes to the overall abundance of the family line. When you succeed financially, you honor their legacy and create positive ripples that benefit future generations. This creates a powerful cycle of wealth that continues to grow and expand through time. Working with ancestral energy for financial abundance is a sacred practice that requires respect, dedication, and patience. As you deepen this connection, you'll discover that your ancestors become active partners in your financial journey, offering guidance, protection, and support as you build lasting wealth for yourself and future generations.